the sacrifices, um, the hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was literally working at least, oh God, 70-hour weeks. You know, I didn't feel as if I actually had a life. Everything was about work. You know, my team, my colleagues, my staff became family. It was almost as if we lived together, you know, and I suppose that part of it didn't affect me so much because at that point in my life, I didn't actually have sort of close-knit family surroundings, you know, but sometimes it's like, you know, if you just wanted to stay at home, for instance, or you wanted to meet a friend that you hadn't seen in ages, you know, you couldn't go too far out because, you know, you'd have to be back in the office, you know, or you had to be very much still. It was like being on call 24/7, you know. So again, that places restrictions on you as well. So it was, well, if anything, it affected my health in the end. As I remember, you know, mentioning previously before, you know, I didn't realise how it was affecting me physically with my health. I'd become so thin, you know, I didn't realise I was really, really thin. Now, I know that's almost every woman's sort of dream, you know, to not have gained weight or lost weight or what have you. But, you know, I recall looking back at photos and I'm not comfortable with what I see, even me, you know. It was horrible looking at those pictures going, oh, does not look good, you know. But it was that much that I was having to sort of do. It felt like it was around the clock. I mean, I mentioned 70 hours a week, you know, but technically it felt like it was just 24/7, you know, work, 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 work. To the point that I literally, you know, my health was affected. I was vomiting, didn't know why, went to the doctors, you know, I had a few people make jokes saying, oh, are you pregnant, Mel? And I was like, oh, God, no, I know that, you know. But, and then ironically, when I left, you know, I think it was literally a month later, leaving, you know, the whole sales and marketing industry and where I was working, I realised I was pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. So the strain, you know, I can't explain how much, you know, was actually placed on me for that type of money. You know, it's kind of saying, you know, nothing gets handed on a silver plate. To everybody else, I was, she earns this much. She's always got money. She wears designer clothes. And at that point in my life, I did. You know, I was very much, everything about me was designer. You know, but I wasn't big-headed with it. I just loved what I was wearing. But I was younger then, you know, and I was like, yeah, you know, I like this stuff. What my life was like, you know, in one respect, like I said, it was actually my guys, my team, my office, you know, staff or be part of the team, you know, we'd at the end of an evening, we'd go out, we'd have sort of a meal, you know, and I'd so easily just say, listen, guys, this one's on me, you know, but I kind of was spending my money back on my guys because they also had to do so many hours, you know, and I could see they didn't really have a life either, you know, not all the time, but just from time to time, I'd treat them, you know, I wasn't driving at the time, but I would be catching black cabs, not even calling a private hire because they were cheaper. I'd just flag a black cab whenever I wanted. And I did a lot of commuting from Wolverhampton to Birmingham. So I was constantly black cab, wherever I go, black cab. And it was they hated me. They hated me because I was always literally pulling out a 50, you know, and it was like, oh, we don't have that change, you know. And I was like, oh, you're not gonna, I'm gonna order one later, aren't I? You know that. Couldn't get me back up at this time, you know. It was, you know, they all knew me. Felt a bit like Citizen Khan there. They all know me.
I think that's so. It's something that you don't see with a successful person, because it's so easy to only see one side. And I think it's important for everyone to know that success comes with a price, and the more successful you are, the greater the price that is. And you clearly suffered physically, mentally, you know, in every way that you could probably imagine. But that suffering was to create something better for yourself.